Hi, you guys. It is March the 15th, 2022. My name is Doris, and this is a bonus episode of the Knit and Pearl podcast, Foes, because these things over here need to go to their new people, and I wanted to show them before they went. So, and as you noticed, I did a organization and reorganizing my craft room so that I have a place for my new obsession. If you go on, you'll see it on the channel. There's a little video that shows the change in my craft room. Anyway, let's get on with the foes. I have a whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foes that need to be packed up and shipped to their new people. So I want to show you them and give you the details and all of that, because I won't be able to do it on the podcast because they'll be gone. So the first thing is this blanket for Mabel Louise, the new great niece. This pattern is the Honeycomb Fillet Stitch Blanket. It's a tutorial by Fiber Spider. The yarn I used was I love this yarn in the color Hot Rose and Limelight. What I did was, if you follow the tutorial, he recommends that you crochet through the back lump, the back part when you start it. And since I did that, I had a great place to cast on with this green yarn. I did not, for whatever reason, doing a border along this line is just not, I never do a good job. So I just decided to border the blanket with the lime green. This is a beautiful, fun pattern. I recommend it. And it makes a beautiful baby blanket. I did, this green is a pattern repeat. So I did a total, I believe, of 11. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 11. I did 11 pattern repeats. I think it's a perfect size, and I hope that they will love it. So, Mabel Louise has a big sister and a big brother. And I didn't want to send stuff just for Mabel. I wanted to send stuff for those children. So, to start with, I made a big sister doll. It is a pattern, a tutorial on YouTube by Jojo Juju on YouTube. In the show notes, you will find all the clickable links to all of the patterns to be had. Anyway, free tutorial. I used a 22 needle Addy machine. You can use any 22. The yarn, this was Dollar Tree yarn. This was some of my ice yarn Savor in the pink. This was scrap yarn I had left over. I thought, oh, it's going to be cute to have this as her shirt. This is actually purple, and this is Dollar Tree yarn, and again, the scraps. It's a fun pattern, but I think my doll is taller than the big sister doll on Jojo Juju. And let me tell you about this hair. This hair was a labor of love. And you'll see in the pattern, you untwist all the yarn and it makes this beautiful curly hair. and I just crocheted a chain and made a bow in the same color as this. The eyes are a royal blue, and these are both also Dollar Tree yarns. So she's the big sister doll. I hope that the big sister loves her big sister doll. The next thing I made, because she has a big brother too, I made a big brother doll. It's not perfect. Those eyes were too small and too close together, and the nose, but I think he will love it. I hope he will love it. I did change the pattern is a Jojo Juju. It's just her gift bear, and I modified it by, instead of doing what she did, she made it round like this and left openings here as the legs. She said because kids like to stick their fingers in. I just made it like a comfy doll. I separated the legs and separated the feet. It's a real simple. You can find it on her comfy bear, on her comfy Snuggies, but there it is, the big brother teddy bear for the big brother. So cute. I also made a couple other items for the baby. I made a worm doll. The pattern is linked. It is actually from a Dutch woman who, this pattern, the worm doll pattern, is in English, and it's pretty simple to follow. However, her worm baby is a lot smaller than mine. I guess it's the yarn I used was a thicker version, so just keep that in mind if you're making any of her patterns. It looks like she uses a very light worsted. This is not a very light worsted. This is probably pushing Aran weight. So it's a bigger, and can you hear that? I hope you can hear that. There's rattles in here. And I purchased the rattles from Amazon, and it doesn't tell me where they came from, but you can just get toy rattles. This comes in 2 sizes from Amazon. So what else can I tell you? Let me make sure I tell you everything about this worm doll. Leftover blanket yarn because I wanted it to match the blanket. It's cute. It's a fun, easy pattern, and I hope that she'll be carrying it around like this when she's older. She's just a baby right now. So that's that. And I also made this. It's a cat rattle. I hope you can hear that. I can hear it out here. And it also has a ring in this for like teething. I would say it's for like teething. They can like bite on it. I'll show you the ring. I also got on Amazon. I don't have any. This came from made in China. Teething rings. They're 10 millimeter. Rings from Amazon. This was by the same lady that made the worm dolls, except the tutorial is not in English, but I was able to follow by watching the video. Again, this seems bigger than what was made, so keep that in mind. But I was thinking about mommy, and I thought mommy might need an easy access crossbody bag for when her arms are full of baby. So she has a bag to put over. If she got the baby, she can stuff the bottle and diapers or whatever, or take on a night out when she gets a night out with her husband, put her phone and whatever in it. This is made on the 46 Addy and the Addy egg for the I-cord. Love it. You just have to be careful on the yarns. Some yarns won't go through. But if you follow... I was, on Facebook, had in some groups for circular machine knitting, and they were bad-mouthing the egg, and so I had ordered it, and I thought, so I went on YouTube and looked up how to use the egg, and I found some troubleshooting people and followed what they said. I have had no problems. Like, I have put some yarn in that the egg vomited back up. But for the most part, the things that I have done on the egg turned out. This is not a tutorial for this will be on the regular podcast, but here's another thing that I did on the egg. Ooh, Lord, it's blowing out, but yep. It's nice. We'll see that the next podcast. And finally, one last thing. You'll see these on the next podcast, but I thought I'll throw this in her bag. It's a cozy, a cup cozy. I'm going to put that in her matching bag so she can have. You can't forget mom when you're sending baby gifts. So, and then finally, last night, I cast on my Centro some Lion Brand ice cream in the lemon meringue colorway, and I thought I'm just gonna pretend I'm gonna just do it like I'm gonna do one of my bears or whatever, and just see what I can come up with. Well, I did all the things. When you make a bear or whatever, you attach it like a hat, and then you kind of look at it and you form it, and you're like, well, that's the head, that's the body, and I can make some legs. But the more I looked at it, the more I felt how soft and nice it was, how stretchy it was. I said, I think I just accidentally made a baby hat. So it's going with the packing, a baby hat. So anyway, I hope that you heard the rattles. I hope that you get some inspiration. I hope I don't, if you don't have a machine, I hope I don't enable you to go and purchase one. The Centro I've had for a while, and I had so much trouble with it. I didn't like it. I didn't like what was coming out of it, and I put it away. And at Christmas time, Ted asked me what I want for Christmas, and I'm like, I don't know, but maybe an Addy knitting machine. So before it came Christmas time, I pulled out the Centros. I looked at some videos, and I tried it again, and it works fine. You just have to know the yarn, and you have to make sure that all the stitches are catching, and it's been perfect. I love it. I'm glad I have it in my stuff. Like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, watch my new craft room and you can see my setup. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you when I see you for the Knit and Purl podcast. Thank you. Goodbye.